We'll open up questions. First one I got is from Trevor. Thank you for joining us, Case, by the way.
Of course, thank you.
Hey, Case, I know it's been just a whirlwind over the last few years for you, getting to ASU, being on scholarship, and now as a fullback and team captain. Did it surprise you that you received this as a sophomore as the team captain, and was it something you were shooting for at this point in your career?
Yes, it surprised me. I was super excited for the opportunity. Didn't think it was going to come this soon. It definitely is something that I was shooting for because I'm always looking for an opportunity to help kids around me to grow. I was looking for opportunity to lead. But yeah, as you said, it's been a crazy ride. Crazy to think that I had to come in as a walk-on, then I had to earn a scholarship, earn my spot, and then get honored as a captain. It's pretty amazing.
Jacob Rudner.
Hey, Case, now that you've transitioned to fullback and kind of had, you had the abbreviated spring and then the summer and up till now to kind of gain some fluency in that role, how much clarity have you gained with your role and how important do you feel like it is based on what you've observed and kind of what you've been told about what you're supposed to do?
So I feel like it's a very important role with what we have going on right now. And I've been able to observe so much of the importance of my technique on the plays that we're running or the way that I set up for certain things. And I'm always seeking opportunities to grow because this is my first time at this spot and I'm excited for it. So I'm always asking coaches, hey, what can I do different? Hey, how can I fix this? How can I set up for this? So it's super exciting. Without getting into too much detail, it's going to be an important role this year.
Doug Holler.
Okay, it's good to see you. We talked to Coach Edwards a couple days ago, and he mentioned just how impressive freshman LV Bunkley Shelton has been. Just can you maybe tell us a little bit about what you've seen from him during off-season workouts up to this point?
That kid is an animal. Oh, my gosh. He's one of my favorite kids that just came in. You see him in the workouts. He's always trying to get with the kids that are working harder, the kids that are pushing more weight. He's always kind of moving himself into those groups, finding the kids that are willing to go above and beyond the expectations. So he's always setting himself up in a good crowd. And then when you see him in practice, this kid never takes a rep off. Every single rep, he's doing something crazy. And even today at practice, he blew my mind with just this insane catch across the middle. I'm like, how is this even possible for this kid? But he's a great kid.
Thank you.
Trevor, did you have another question?
I did, yeah. Case, so when you came in, you were right away very vocal with your teammates, even though you were new. This captain role, zooming in on that, does this illicitly change how you communicate and kind of interact with your teammates, or is it more of the mode to keep doing what you've been doing since you got here?
So I feel like it's an opportunity to build upon the things that I've already been doing. Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more vocal as a person. And now in the captain role, I feel like I got to personalize it more to the teammates and to get with them, understand them more of kind of what they're going through. If they need help with anything, whether it's with football, working out, or school or life. I feel like I just got to be an extra friend for everyone on the team and seek those opportunities to help them out. And I love this opportunity.
Jacob, did you have another question?
Yeah. This offseason might not have looked the same as far as the training goes, and it had its differences, but how helpful do you think it was through all of that to be able to have the opportunity to kind of learn more fluency with the scheme that you guys are now in offensively? Do you feel like you guys are farther ahead now than you would have been at this time of the year based on the amount of skill development stuff and kind of slower walkthrough stuff you're able to do?
Yeah, for sure. The time definitely helped us out just to understand the offense more. Because it is a new offense coordinator, a lot of different things going in, and it definitely helped us out to kind of break it down even more with that extended period of time. We were able to get more detail on every single play and to be able to execute it to the best of our ability.
All right, two more questions. Doug Holler.
It's just what differences have you seen in Jayden Daniels from last year to just this year?
His understanding. He's understanding everything that's going on with the defense. And being back there as a fullback, I get to hear what he's kind of saying to himself before the play even happens. And it's crazy because he's calling out the defense, calling out where they're going to move just to himself. And I'm sitting back there listening. I'm like, man, this kid, he's amazing. He's next level. He definitely is. And he's definitely grown as a person too and as a captain. You see him just taking that leadership to a whole nother level.
Trevor.
Case, just going to Perry, like we talked about a couple months ago, and being from the area, what does this mean to you to be a captain as a local player, and who has reached out to you since you've been named it?
And it's a great opportunity. I feel super blessed to be able to represent Arizona in this way as a captain of the team. Being from my hometown, home state, got a lot of people from high school that used to support me. Now they're all excited to see me at this level. To be able to perform, and a lot of my old coaches have reached out and just congratulated me on that. A lot of players that I used to play with that are at other big Power 5 schools, they've reached out and said congratulations on this role. And so it's been really cool to see the support from everyone in Arizona.
All right, last question, Jacob.
Case, how important have you come to realize that the fullback, H-back, tight end group is going to be in this offense? Because I know that Zach Hill has talked about on numerous occasions that you guys are a group that's going to be heavily used throughout this offensive scheme. Have you kind of gotten a sense of that so far? And just how important do you guys feel as a position group?
Without getting into too much detail, giving too much away, it is a very important spot in this offense. As tight ends, H-backs, fullbacks, we have to be able to understand everything that's going on. We don't only just learn the pass routes, but we got to learn the pass routes. We got to learn how to block. We got to learn the blocking schemes. We got to understand the defense when they move, how we have to move. There's just so much that goes into our position, and it's a key element in our offense, and we have to be at the top of our game. And the core that we have with all the kids in that room, in the tight end room, it's amazing. Everyone's pushing each other to work harder. The competition is insane, and it's going to be an exciting year.
All right, thank you, Case. We got Frank Darby coming up next.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Case.
I'm sitting there. What's up? How y'all doing? Okay, Frank in the house. What's up, y'all? Y'all can hear me? I can hear me? All right.
We can hear you, Frank, and we'll start off with some questions. Thanks for joining us, Frank.
Bro, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, like this in a minute.
Yes, right now. Mac Friday, you're your first question.
What's up, Frank? So you're the most senior of the receivers on this year's core this year. What are your first impressions of this entire fresh group of receivers that have come in, and what do you see them contributing in the future?
I would say like it's different, you know, from all the receiver groups I've been a part of. This receiver group is different. You know, they work harder. They compete at a different level. Like right now, we got Ricky, LV, BP, like we at that H spot, and they battling, like they just battling, trying to like LV going out doing good things. Ricky just got back, coming doing good things. BP just got back. So it's just different now. So it's like everybody, like it's a spot to get taken every day. So I try to get them like just keep competing, just like Hearn preach us, compete. And then whoever win the job, that's gonna win the job. But being saying that, like this is probably the best wide receiver group I've been around. Like as far as like competition, skill level, and like coach was just going over like drop passes, like nobody dropping any passes out there. And I was like, wow, y'all, and I said to the group, I said, that is a really amazing, y'all, because previous times when I was with receiver groups, it was so many balls on the ground, so many this, so many that. But it's different now, and I'm just happy I'm being a part of it and also can lead them because they all look up to me as that leader, and I'm pushing them how to be great so they can help me and also the football team to win games, you know?
Doug.
Hi, Frank. You just said this is the best receiving group you've been around. I just wanted to remind you that 2 years ago you had 2 first-round picks in that receiving room. You still want to stand by that one?
Yes, I'm still going to stand by that one. You know, I'm still going to stand behind that because I just going to say it's different because how can I say this? How can I say? I know I had Ayuk, but it's just, let me put it like this to you. Let me just say it like this. It's different when you could just watch it and know your position is cool, you know? So it was like at the time when I had BA here and Nikhil here, they was the go-to guys, you know? And I was the one competing to get a spot, like competing to be the Z, you know, or if they put me in the slot, I was the one competing. So me being at the X now, and I know I'm gonna be like, like it's my spot right now, just watching them ball, like trying to compete for spots, like you got GP, it's just amazing. Like I can't wait for them to show the world what they got, you know, because Coach Hill love them, Coach P love them, and it's just like it's just different, you know.
Okay. And just real quick, what does it mean to you to be a captain?
It's amazing. Like I remember when Herm told me, I could say I cried. Like I really cried because I've been trying to be captain here for 4 years. Like, and y'all all know like the energy. When I first met y'all, like he got all this energy. I've been doing that since I got here in the weight room, even coaching people up that was even veterans before I was, you know. And I'll just try to show that and prove that. But it was time where I thought the team would have voted, but when Coach Hearn came in, it was the staff voting for it, you know? And once the staff, and then it was like last year, I felt really like upset kind of when they let Ethan be let Ethan be a captain. I was like, yo, he's a freshman. I've been working to get this forever. So it was just, now that he did that, it put a chip on my shoulder because I was like, I want to be a captain. Like, I know I can help this team win. Like, I just got to get my mindset into these other players, and we're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling. We're going to do a lot of good things, you know? So being that a captain, like, it's amazing, you know? It's amazing because everybody looking up to me, like I said before, everybody looking up to me, everybody listening, and I'm also leading them the right way. I'm not going to lead them the wrong way. I'm going to lead them the right way. Like, so it's like, I'm just maximizing it now. Like, I'm watching more film now on everybody so I could come back and just tell them little tips. And even if it's not even my sport and my own position, nothing, like, oh, I'm like, LD, get back, you know, like push. Or I'll be like with the running backs, give them 1-2, you know, like it's just different now, and I like it and I love it, you know. And they appreciate me coming up to them saying stuff too, because you can't get that type of energy from your coach where you got 14 other guys you compete with in the room, you know.
Trevor.
Hey, Frank, just to zoom in on sort of what you were saying, Coach Gill in the spring talked about the expectations he had from you from a leadership standpoint. Obviously, you've talked about the NFL and everything else that's ahead of you. How does this captain selection sort of play into those goals, and what personal expectations are you setting yourself with it?
Like personal goals, I'm going to be the best I can be this year. You know, I'm trying not to give away all the MEs, stop dealing with the stress, and just ball out, you know, because being that I'm a leader, I got young cats looking up to me. And if I go out there and not practicing to my potential, or doing something lazy, they gonna do it, you know? And me and that Herm trusting me Herm and the staff trusting me to be a leader, and he was telling me like it was well deserved. Herm, I watched you every day as I was up there working on a treadmill and doing with his bikes and stuff. He said, I watch you every day, it's well deserved. So me bringing this energy every day, I have to. Like that's the goal. Like I have to be this way every day to get my team ready. I feel like we gonna win a championship. Like I just feel like we gonna win a championship this year if I show them how hard you have to practice every day. So you go out there and it's just easy. It's like a walk in the park when you get to game time. And personally, my goal is to go out with this season, you know, stay healthy, lead this team to a championship, and whatever's in the future for me, thank God, it's a blessing, you know.
Jacob.
Hey, Frank, can you describe for me what it was like for you to first get back onto campus to kind of start this off-season training? Because I know that this year it was so different. What was it like specifically for you, and kind of what did it look like?
So when I got back, it was just a different hunger in me. I knew I wasn't getting VA back. I knew I wasn't getting Eno back, you know? Like, it's like, all right, Frank, now. And then I always said to myself, like, oh, Frank, why yeah, you know? Why yeah, we got to go do all this COVID stuff now, you know? Why yeah. But being that, like, my veterans wasn't coming back and I was going to be the only veteran senior on the offensive side, I had to put in the work. Like I gotta put in the work, you know. And it was just like I just was like, now that I'm here, I'm gonna maximize everything. I'm getting them like everything out of this, you know. It's my last year, so. And then just like I'm saying, it's my last year. Somebody always tell me how you want to be remembered, Frank. How you want to be remembered. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going like how you want to be remembered, Frank. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm work hard every day. Give the energy. We compete, you know. So that's just how it is right now, you know. And but other than that, like just being that, like just coming back and just being here, you know, just with Herm and everything. There was a time where I was even being pressured to get like opt out, Frank, opt out, opt out. No, I'm cool, you know. I'm staying right here. I trust my coaches, and they is leading the right way. And we all didn't know we was gonna have a season, but now that we having a season, I'm happy. I'm on board, and I'm just ready to go. You know.
Alex.
Hey, Frank, I'm curious, what was it like having Chad Johnson there watching you guys the other day, and did he give you any pointers on how you can evolve too?
It was dope. It was dope. Yeah, I gotta see how he came up to me. Like, you know, I'm sitting there standing up. I'm standing up, right? He just woke behind me. I'm like, who on me? He go pull his. He's like, what's up, man? I told you. They gave me a hug. It's just like growing up, seeing him, and it's like now he in front of you, Frank. It was like a shock. I was surprised, and it was like I just remember I was just telling myself like if I see him, I'm gonna ask him this, I'm gonna ask him that, I'm gonna ask him this. But all them questions went out the window. I swear, all the questions went out the window. I just was more amazed seeing him there. And he pulled me to the side. He was asking me how I felt, how my body felt. Like he cared. Like he was caring. Then he was like, yo, I think you should just work on this. Oh, just do a speed release this way. Do it this way, this way. So he got little tips that I got in my head when I get to the line now, you know, so I better understand. I see coverage more. So I'm out there doing things that he taught me. Like I was working on it today. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I was working on it today, just going like he was telling me to. And I actually was getting open, catching more balls. So being that he came there and taught me that, it helped me. Like I just feel like it just even put my game up to another level now.
Daniel.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Connor. Frank, nice to see you healthy, brother.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Yes, sir. It's been quite a year for you. I remember back in February when practice was still open, you were in a boot.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened. But then we're still feeling this energy, man. We're still feeling this energy through the camera, which is pretty astounding. So how can this energy translate onto the field? Because obviously, you know, without any fans, without, you know, any or a limited family, depending on the state, right? How can you bring yourself to the field?
Oh, that's why I be trying to tell people, like, I'm not gonna say I don't need the friends, but I'll be like, I got enough energy I can give to everybody. So once I'm like, let's go, like I'm on, the whole team click. Every time, even at workouts, if y'all was able to like see us at workouts and train, when I be like, let's go, we got this guys, everybody online, like let's listen to Frank. Let's listen to Frank. Before they even named me captain, I came in and I showed them like, this is what we gotta do. This is what we gotta do. This, and that. So being that, so it's like, I'm gonna be the energy guy for us, especially when we go to the Coliseum and nobody in there. I'm gonna be the energy. I'm gonna go on the defense side, pump them up. I'm gonna be on the offense side, pumping them up, and then I'm gonna get them to pump each other up. That's how it is. Like we gotta use each other energy. Like yeah, Frank, I'm right here. Like yeah, like it's me. You know, I'm not gonna die down. They'll call me Duracell for nothing. You know, I'm not gonna die. We're gonna keep going. You know, and I was just saying like. It shouldn't matter about the fans, shouldn't matter about nothing. We all got the same mentality to go out there and win a football game and get to a championship.
Cameron Cox.
Hey, Frank, as always, thanks for the time. It's always great listening to you, buddy. Just curious, I don't know if you've answered this before, but where does all this energy come from? Like, where did you have it as a kid? Like, did you get it from mom and dad? Where does all the energy come from?
I would just say every day just being here, you know, every day just being here. Like there's no like where I come from, it's just like you don't get too happy. You can't have this energy, you don't be this happy around that area, you know. And just being like, and then like I just wake up every morning like you are a Sun Devil football player, Frank. like so I just always happy. Like I just always happy at sometimes like when I wake up, like I gotta gain the energy. And I feel like I done set a tone with me being at this high level of energy. I walk in here on some down, everybody gonna wonder what's wrong with Frank. And there's never really nothing wrong with me. So I felt like once I told y'all, like once y'all seen that I was this high energy guy, I had to keep it there. So, and I would say like, I don't know, you know, I just love it. You know, I just love giving everybody that energy because I'm a type of person that love positive vibes. If you're around me, I'm gonna give you energy. If I need to make your day, I'm gonna try to make your day. You know, everybody don't have a good day. Everybody don't wake up like me. Some people be going through things. So I just be trying to get that energy. Like, come on, like leave at home. You at work now. Like everything, leave all that stuff outside of work. I need you to be here with me. I need you to be happy here. If you would be sad after this, but I need you to be happy here, you know?
Thanks, Frank.
Oh, God.
Gareth.
How's it going, Frank? Good to see you, man. I just want to know, do you and maybe just this captain group that you got this year, do you guys feel maybe there's like an added responsibility to being a captain, maybe just given kind of the COVID world and just making sure your teammates, you guys are just staying disciplined and following any of the guidelines or so?
Yeah, like being at like even with the leadership group, with some people that's not even in the captain, like we still look at the leadership group like you are a leader. You know, even though you ain't named as a captain, you are a leader. So like today after practice, Chase came up, got up, and he says a couple words to everybody, telling the freshmen, "Oh, we don't wear Nike here. We don't do this. We don't do this." Like, and then he was saying like, if Coach Jern was here, y'all wouldn't be like this at all. It's like it was just a disciplinary, you know. It was just more discipline when Coach Grant was here. It was just different, but nothing against Herman, how he run like we love it here, you know. We were just saying like where we come from, where we grew up from, like our freshman year, it was just different from what we see how y'all freshman year is, you know. So being at that, like every day, I'm saying something. Every day I'm saying something because I know how it's supposed to be. Every day I'm trying to be that captain, like, oh, yo, be safe when you leave this, like mask up. If you want to go out, I'm not gonna tell you not to go out or do anything. You know, everybody got things, but I just like, yo, if you gonna go out, yo, make sure you got that mask on. Cause if I get COVID, because I don't go nowhere, I'll be like, if I catch COVID, it's because of y'all. Y'all want to do other stuff outside the football team, you know? But that's the only thing I do. I just try to keep reminding them over and over, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe, you know? Like, we don't need nobody sitting now. Because they saying, like, if anybody pop for COVID during, the season, you out for 21 days. That's 3 games. We got 6 games. Like, you know? So I try to remind them every day, like, hey, make sure y'all, like, you know, washing your hands. Make sure y'all putting your mask on. Like, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Y'all got 2 months. Just 2 months. Just lock it in 2 months. I try to get everybody just lock it in 2 months. Y'all don't need to have company. Y'all don't need to be at parties. I just need y'all dialed in. Let's get this championship, and maybe we could party after the championship, you know?
All right. Thank you, Frank. We got Darien ready for you guys right away.
I'm done?
You're all done, Frank. Thank you.
All right, my Zoom brothers. I see y'all. Hold the door for him. Get in here. Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right, my boy. Good with you.
Thank you for joining us, Darien. We'll start off with questions. The first one goes to Jacob.
Hey, Darren. So with you, you're the only returning captain this year. What does that mean to you, and what kind of responsibility does that kind of put on your shoulders for this season, especially with all the, you know, the COVID restrictions going on, and how do you have to keep your team accountable as its only returning captain?
Being a returning captain, I mean, no matter if I was a captain or not, I feel it. I always want to, you know, treat everything as if I got a chip on my shoulder, you know. So, you know, just coming back, having new captains like another linebacker, Kyle Soley, Frank Darby, you know, the sophomore now, Jayden Daniels. So, you know, I'm really excited to, you know, take the field with these guys because these guys put the work in, you know. So, and we, you know, we all put the work in, but, you know, I'm always giving it to my guys at the end of the day.
Trevor.
Darren, you mentioned Kyle just a little bit. Coach Pierce said on the radio a couple weeks ago that he's going to be a bell cow for you guys and a starter at linebacker. What have you seen out of him to help him earn this? And then what have you shared with him just about the captain responsibilities?
Just every day we take the field, we talk about getting better, you know, and Kyle has done a great job, you know, in meetings. You know, he takes everything he learns in the meetings and he transitions it over to the field, you know what I'm saying? So Kyle he's done a great job with that. You know, he's been working hard, weight room guy, you know, on the field guy, like he does everything. He tries to do, he does everything perfect, you know, so everything falls in place for him. I'm going to just keep doing what he does.
Doug.
Hi, Darien. Good to see you. Coach Pierce also said that Merlin is extremely motivated for this season. Just what have you seen from him during the walkthrough sessions, the conditioning sessions, and up until this point?
You just see out of Merlin, you just see somebody who's really hungry, you know, someone who wants to feed his family. You know, he's a hardworking guy. You know, everything he does, you know, same thing with him. He takes it to the field with him. You know, he shows coaches that he's trustworthy. You know, you can trust him. You know, he's accountable. He holds himself accountable. And that a guy like him, you know, you expect him to be great. So he's really been doing good.
Adam.
Hey, Darren. So one thing that Case mentioned was having an extended offseason. They were able to learn more of the new offensive scheme. Do you feel like that kind of goes the same way with the defense, with you guys transitioning out of that 3-3-5 set?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, our coaches done a great job since, you know, when we first stopped due to COVID, everything stopped and shut down. So they've done a great job, you know, with the meetings we've been able to get through, you know, been able to do a lot of physical type things like on the field things. So they've done, the coaches, I give it to the coaches, Marv, Herm, AP, all the coaches, the whole staff, everybody, they done a great job with, you know, making sure we're under, without being able to rep the things, they still make sure we can understand them, you know, notes and everything. So,
Matt.
Hey, Darien. So you haven't really had a ton of in-game snaps playing alongside Merlin and Kyle at the same time, but you guys have practiced a lot together over the past couple of years. How do you feel you guys are going to mesh and play together as a group this year?
As a group, you know, we just working on getting a lot faster, you know, disguising defenses a lot more, you know, making sure we're all lined up, getting the defenses lined up, understanding what offenses are trying to do to us. And, you know, things like that is going to, you know, push our game and our team to the next level in defense. So.
Jeff.
Yeah, hi. So Coach Edwards was talking about the Quidel testing, the first day of Quidel testing. Can you talk about what that was like going through that? And then also what it's like having your co-defensive coordinator going around in a golf cart?
Well, I mean, the testing thing is something that got to get done, you know, and if you want to be serious, everything is serious over here. So you got to make sure you get it done. There's no excuses not to take the test. You got to take the test. And Coach Mara, man, he's a strong dude. Honestly, I mean, he's on his car at times, you know, there's still times where he's walking, you know, so that's a strong dude right there, you know, it's a coach everybody likes to look up to. And, you know, he's strong. He's really important to us. We love that question. We love him.
Jacob.
In what ways, Darien, was the off season different for you this year? Because I know that, like you had mentioned, you guys were able to do a lot more skill development stuff and a lot more walkthrough. It was a little bit slower pace for the majority of it. How was that beneficial to you specifically and as a team as a whole?
I mean, that's just, you know, because when you don't get a chance to, you know, rep things out and actually do them as a defense, it's actually kind of different. So when you're just in meetings and stuff, you know, so on. I mean, when we finally got out here, guys were really, you know, excited to be out on the field and stuff. For me, it was just like, you know, I'm just trying to get better every day. So I just want to transition everything that I've, you know, written down and noted that we was doing in, you know, Zoom meetings and all that type of stuff. You know, it was new for me. You know, it's new for all of us. So I feel like we did pretty good, though, you know, transitioning it over, finally being able to have, you know, physical practice and walkthroughs and stuff like that.
All right, 3 more questions. Zach.
Hey, Darien. Sometimes it can be really hard for, especially younger, for underclassmen captains to find and use a voice. How confident are you in the other 4 captains and finding and using their voice, especially early on in the season?
I mean, very confident. Honestly, we put the work in. You know, we put the work in. We know how much work we put in. So when we step out there, you know, we telling guys something, we feel like we can't tell nobody nothing wrong. You know, we won't tell anybody nothing. Just like coach, they wouldn't tell us to do anything they wouldn't do. You know, so it's the same with us. It's like, you know, I gotta tell these guys, and I gotta have be something for these guys to look up to, these younger cats. You know, so that's very important.
Trevor.
Darien, like Jacob asked, obviously the big break in between the spring and now, Coach Pierce said then that the game was slowing down a lot more for you, and with you playing in the middle, just with everything that's gone on in the last couple months, where do you feel like you and your guys are at physically and conditioning wise right now?
We're pretty good. You know, every day we're working on, you know, rallying to the ball, pursuing to the ball. And, you know, when our guys physical wise, you know, that's just a part of football. You know, we preach being a hammer, you know, we've been physical. You know, but, I mean, we don't really have pads yet. We'll be being pads real soon. So, I mean, other than that, though, you know, the conditioning-wise, we've been everybody pursuing, rallying to the ball. Everything is just things you need to work on, get back in the rhythm of, you know, doing it, getting used to doing the things, you know.
All right, last question, Alex.
Hey, Darien, without big crowds this year, how do you guys feel you're going to kind of generate that own energy?
Just bringing on it's football, you know, and I mean, it happen, you know, it'll come. So, I mean, it's not the biggest deal for me, you know, crowd or not, you know, we got to bring our own energy, whether, you know, we have a crowd or not. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Darien. Appreciate it. And this recording will be on Zoom later today. So look out for that. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.